before the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that's going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with that mind. Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is Mahomes on third. They complete it to Hill. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and they end up making the play.
things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. It is incomplete. The Saints. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Kansas City Chiefs.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And Michel will have the first down and more. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 75 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The Chiefs ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. A give to Williams, running right. And he's got room. boom. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second and 11 now. They will run for the first time with Rex Burkhead. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 31-yard line.
A 49-yard gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They give it to Williams running right. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
He's tackled.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 7. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 24.
He was brought down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
All right, this gives us a chance, Charles, to go back to your playoff predictions. We covered the AFC. What do you see happening in the NFC?
All right, let's go with the division winners. Dallas in the East, Green Bay in the North. Let's see, New Orleans in the South, and out West, San Francisco. Wild cards, I think 2 come from out West. Arizona and Seattle. And the third wild card, I think it's going to come from the South, and Tampa Bay gets in. Now, I don't believe Tampa Bay's going to the Super Bowl. I think New Orleans and Seattle will slug it out for the Super Bowl champs, and I'm going with New Orleans to find their way in.
Okay, so you got the veteran Breeze against Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl, and who ultimately do you have winning that one, CD?
Oh, yeah, the old head and the kid, right? I'm going with the kid in this one. In a Super Bowl classic, Baltimore wins the championship.
All right, just so I go on record, I mentioned I'll take the Chiefs, and I'm going to take them over the Packers. So I think we'll have another young and old.
He's got daylight. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down, Chiefs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 10, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, 50 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Newton to Michelle on the screen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Michelle, they toss it out right to him. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Newton. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
A gain of 23 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
34 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
26,
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
30-yard line.
And it's Michel once again. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The carry.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. third down, Michel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On third down, Michel, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And out across midfield down to the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Room here to run. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Brings up
this a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
37-yard line.
A quick hitter to Sherman, the fullback. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground again with a fullback Sherman. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the. Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splat, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
2nd down and 8. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Williams, the ball carrier.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
48, go, baby.
They'll run on first down. Williams. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
A gain of a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Switch up, switch up. Set up. 48 front, 48 front.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Let's bring it. 48 to Mike. We own it. We own it.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Now here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
4th and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
15. 48 to Mike. Here we go. Check 48 to Mike. Check. Time to go. Night.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Drake will start the drive on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Working with a 2nd and 4. And some room to work. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 85 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
And this carries into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. All right, while we have a second here, Charles, let's look ahead to week 2 on the NFL slate. Some great games coming up. I'm just looking early here Sunday. You got Carolina, Tampa Bay. Wondering if Tampa can get the win there. Detroit and Green Bay both 1-0. That's intriguing, an in-division game. And then, you know, Washington and Arizona, you probably wouldn't highlight that one normally, but one of those teams, excuse me, is going to be 2-0.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch. And how about the Sunday nighter? New England at Seattle. Cam Newton now leading the Patriots, and Russell Wilson was so sharp in the opener at Atlanta. And then, of course, on Monday night, the opening of the Raiders' new stadium with the Saints coming to town. I'm really excited about that one.
And you've said it well with the Raiders. If there was ever a stadium that looked like a Raiders stadium, it's that one.
It certainly does, doesn't it? And, you know, I don't want to steal anything from anyone else or any movies or whatever, but the theme music, you got to know, is going to be dark and powerful, just like the Raiders want it to be.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Running for the shotgun with Drake. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Gain of 13 yards.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. He's to the 10, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit.
And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And Larry Fitzgerald.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts
6-yard line.
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here comes the defense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half from Murray. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, Drake. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
8 yards to go on second down. Here's Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. And he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. That is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray again. This is Drake. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Check.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is going to be incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
I want to change course here for a second, CD, and talk about Week 1 Breeze versus Brady. Obviously, such a spotlight matchup. Remember, these two met way back in the Big Ten in college. Brady won that game, Michigan over Purdue. But since being in the NFL, this was the 6th time they've gone head-to-head. Now, Breeze won the first 3 battles. Brady had won the next 2, battles 4 and 5. Number 6, though, back to Drew Brees. And now we don't know how much longer, obviously, they're both going to be in the NFL. But while they are both in the NFC South, they're going to meet at least twice this season now, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
That was pretty smooth how you brought up how we don't know how much longer they'll be in the NFL. Are you alluding to their ages?
Yeah, they're old. I mean, they're older than me.
I mean, you did it well. Just think about this. Tom Brady's 43, and Drew Brees is 41. Collective 84. But these guys, when you look at all the passing numbers in NFL history, their names are at the top or near the top in just about every category.
The first game in NFL history with 2 starting quarterbacks over the age of 40. And you know, our stat guru, Ed Brady, put this together. Those two have thrown collectively for over 86 miles. I don't know what that means, but it's a lot of miles.
It's a lot of miles. 86 miles, 84 years collectively. Great numbers.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They find some open field here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And that is going to do it for the this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
On the tackle.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Drake. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. And you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray finds the open target, Arnold. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Arizona.
A 23-yard run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 48. Hey, 43. 48's the mark. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check, check. Lucky. Let's go.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 67 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mahomes to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Game at 21 apiece. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Second and 8. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's got some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Here we go. Here we go.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Cardinals 28, Chiefs 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. You got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense?
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
28, Chiefs.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Down by Bashaud Breeland.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
4 yards remain for second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Carson has some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Wilson on first down, escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 7 yards the pickup there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be a pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Second down at 5. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his end zone, caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. One of the best of the last decade or so. Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
That's the end of the
Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Thirteen yards remaining on second down.
Let's go, D.
goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Back at the 17-yard line.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Now this time Mahomes will throw. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
It's fourth down.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Edwards-Helaire. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 6 yards there. First down, KC. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes steps away. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And 7 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard. Line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
56, Mark, 56, check 56.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Tackle made.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 7, Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Wilson rolling to his right. That's caught by Hollister. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
from the gun. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
CD, let's take a moment here and get your thoughts just on week one in general. Certainly no shortage of storylines, but I'm curious, after 1 week, which teams really caught your eye?
Well, teams with continuity certainly did. Kansas City, the defending champions, they were sharp in their season opener, as was Baltimore, who, of course, has title aspirations, getting upset in the playoffs last year. How about a couple of big surprises? What about Washington coming back from a big deficit against Philadelphia at home, getting a win for head coach Ron Rivera? What a big game for them. And, of course, Jacksonville. Everyone's talking about how this team has just been dismantled. They'll be lucky to win 2 games. They won a big one against Indianapolis. And, of course, all year long, we'll follow the New England, Tampa Bay ledger, won't we? In this case, New England, with all their changes, they get a win. Tampa Bay, with all their additions, they take a loss on the road in New Orleans.
Yeah, you know that coach in New England slept a little bit better than the quarterback down in Florida after week 1. And they show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Throwing again here. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
On the keeper.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run again with Carson. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
For the extra point.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 21. Chiefs.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to... Tells me that one.
But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was